Welcome, 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 everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And of course, I am your host, DBoss. And I just want to wish everybody happy Black History Month. Even though I believe that Black history is lived every day, and we're always setting new goals and everything in motion every single day. So this is what I go by, and I know a few other people too. They also go by that also. But since this is the official month of it, then we will just go with that. But every day for me is Black History, and I just do want to thank the people who have been doing their laughing tips. 15 minutes or more a day, because it helps release all those endorphins in your body. It releases a lot of stress, high blood pressure, all those things in your body. It's free. It's for all ages. Everybody can do it. If you have a job that's more stern or you got to be more serious every day, well, then I suggest you do 15 minutes or more, like about 20 to 25 minutes. But I do want to thank the people who have been doing it. And they've said they've had a lot of success. They feel a lot better in their, in everything that they're doing per day. If they do it in the night, the evening, it doesn't matter. You can all do it together, because by the time you turn around, there's so many things that you can gain from it. And you're going to feel a lot better. Your whole family, next time you turn around, you've been laughing for a half hour or 45 minutes. You're like, oh, yes, it's going to hurt. But it's okay, because, you can just shed a little bit of those pounds, and you're releasing all the bad stuff from you. So I do want to thank again everybody that's been doing it. Also, this episode has been brought to you by Messiah Agriculture. The guy, he is from Barbados. The owner of Messiah Agriculture is from Barbados. He lives here in Halifax, Canada. Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And if you guys do want to, you could support by getting the Messiah Rev percolated coffee. And this is a very good taste. You can start your day off with Messiah Rev coffee. And this is something that you can order. It's available in the States. It's available here in Canada. You can order it from anywhere. You just can contact me here if you'd like it. Just, inbox me either on the YouTube, or you can on the DBoss Networks, Real Life Matters YouTube, or you could send me an email if you'd like to get some of this brand here. And every portion of this Messiah Rev agriculture, it goes to a portion of the development of Barbados. So this is the coffee, and it's fair trade. It's all organic, so you can get that, and you also support your country and different islands. We also do have the legacy brand coffee, which is with the Marcus Mosea Garvey, and he was from Jamaica. So we have this as also legacy brand coffee, and it's very, all the coffees this is also through Messiah Agriculture. You can get this, and if you purchase any of this coffee for the Mosiah Marcus Garvey coffee, every portion that you goes to, all the proceeds go to into the development of Jamaica. So you can also get this, and there's so many different brands and teas. If you don't drink coffee, you can drink tea, but there's a lot of health benefits for drinking coffee per day. And they have tea. We have chai tea. They have instant coffee. If some of you guys don't have a percolator, because I know some people don't have it, because most of the time maybe they get it from outside. But it's good to enjoy this at home, and you could just percolate it yourself or draw your tea. The Maritime tea. They have wild oats tea. They have a lot of different brands that you can get, but you can get them all from Mosiah Agriculture, and you can get them through me. So you just mention DBoss, and we'll know what you like, and I'll reach back out to you. But today we got somebody up here that's special. She's in the gospel music. She's been doing that for a while. She's a conductor. She's also has her own music company. She's been doing a lot of stuff. She's a business person and entrepreneur. We're going to find out everything and all the stuff that she's been doing, and that she wish she knew back then, that she's doing now, that she wish she knew when she first started. We're going to find out all about her. So with no further ado, I introduce to you Karen Burke.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I see you got the memo.
Oh, yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah. Mhm.
You do it every day?
Oh, yes, of course. Is there any
Oh,
other way to be?
yeah. But a lot of people don't, and then they wonder why they, helps them keep them youthful. I forgot one thing. Yes, very important, youthful.
Yes,
So
you
like
and happy and not bothered and not laden down with life. Yeah.
that's right. All right. So Karen, here everybody here likes to know everybody's cultural background and where they come from at Real Life Matters. So where do you come from?
Oh, I am one of those Canadians through and through. My ancestors have been in Ontario since the early 1800s, both sides.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So when people stop me on the road and say, "Oh, how are you enjoying the winter?" I'm like, "Just fine."
Fine. I know they don't understand that sometimes they got first generation Canadian, which I am, and my parents come from Barbados, and they don't understand that the people who have been here through the ancestors that actually been here, so they're like, oh,
Yep.
they're always expecting everybody to come from somewhere else.
That's right. That's right. But here we are. And when they said the slaves escaped north, that's what happened to us. We ended up here in wonderful Canada.
Yes. Yeah, and they always like to say that we're not part of the Black history, but yes, we are because they all came here. So what happened to them when they came here? They obviously living and they escaped for freedom. So
Yeah,
So when you when you hear some of the Americans that who don't know will say, "Oh, you guys don't have." Yes, we do because they came here.
that's right.
You
And
know.
these people were smart. They were creative. They were strong. The fact that they made it means we came from some strong stock. Some really intelligent people did amazing things to get here. And as a result, they also created some great things here in this country. So, yeah, very proud.
All right. So when I guess to ask you, when did you become a gospel singer? Or you were singing and then you went into gospel, or you just grew up, you came from that?
Yeah, definitely. And that, that upbringing that we had incubated, I grew up in Brantford, Ontario, and that's where my ancestors actually landed. So they've been there since the 1800s. And we grew up in a little church. It was like the black church in town, very small. Um, and most of the people were my family, Aunt so and so and grandma and everybody. But that's really what helped me to learn about my culture, which includes the music and lots of teachers, preachers, and musicians in our family going way, way back. So lots of
Wow.
famous people who are, doing things in their community and abroad. And I actually just came across a video of one of my great uncles, Lucas, who played bass with Duke Ellington and Cab Calloway, and there was a clip of him playing with Joe Jones on Ed Sullivan show. So it's really cool to see that this music line has been going all the way through, and gospel music definitely has been going all the way through. My mom and dad had my sister and I singing as traveling as a gospel group from very small.
Wow.
So we've been basically, I don't know any other any other time when we weren't involved with it. It was just always there. Yeah.
So you toured a lot of places then?
Yeah, from small, and even my father's family, they were called the Royal Canadian Harmony Singers, and there were
Wow.
14 kids, and my dad was even too young to be with traveling with them, but the first 12 used to travel around southern Ontario and into Buffalo and Pennsylvania, and they would be in London, Ontario on the radio. They'd be doing their own show. So it's that kind of life, that kind of family life. Yeah.
Oh wow. So okay, so who okay, so I know we went around there, right? So who did have you opened for shows and stuff like that in Ontario or
Yeah,
anywhere?
yeah. I'm trying. It's hard to think back. It's been a long time now. So let me just say that
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back, Karen.
we've had quite a storied life, and I definitely have to write a book one day because it's been. The number of things that I've done, it would be enough for one of those things would be something that would be
Wow.
awesome. But there's been so many wonderful wonderful times, wonderful memories, and traveling with my family. Of course, we did that, but also my husband and I met at a concert in Toronto, and his group was playing and my group was playing, kind of thing. So when we got married, like 42 years ago, um, we started a group the next week, and we were recording, as a group. We did 12 years with that group. It was called Sweet Sound. We recorded 3 albums, and then also towards the tail end of that is when we started the Toronto Mass Choir. So it's been a continual time of travel, and my kids, they're all part of it. And
Wow. So your kids are all singing too, or they're just,
they're very musical. They're very talented.
wow.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's been lovely to be able to pass on the family musical traditions, to see them blossoming and growing, and they're involved with us, and have been over the years with the Toronto Mass Choir. So it's been lovely. Yeah, really lovely.
Okay. So you are actually you're a conductor also, right?
Yes, I was a pianist when I was growing up,
Okay.
and went to study piano at McMaster University, and
Uh-uh.
got my music degree there. But while I was there in my third year, there was this wonderful Black woman professor. Her name was Denise Narcisse Mayer, and she took one look at me and what I was doing and said, "You're pretty good at this choral conducting thing. Have you ever thought of it as a career?" And I honestly had never heard that you could be a choral conductor as a career. So
Yeah,
she
I never heard of it either.
so she started pouring into me. And what was so special too is that it's very rare to have women choral conductors, Black women choral conductors, especially in the classical realm. Very, very rare. And so
Okay.
she was also feeding into me how to navigate the classical world as a Black woman. So some of the things that she was telling me were just, very, very helpful. And so she got me my first position as a choral conductor, and it just went on from there. I really enjoy the art. People see me with Toronto Mass Choir and think that I am the person that's in the room with the lampshade, and I'm all like, "Whoa!" But actually, I love having the attention not on me, and I'm able to work with the team, and everybody sees my back. That's fine. I'm good with that.
As opposed to seeing you in the front
Yeah,
with the
I've not enjoyed being. I mean, I'm a functional soloist. If you ask me to sing, I can sing, but it's
Okay.
not where I my happy place. My happy place is being part of a team and helping them to be the best they can be, and just that just sort of corporate, yeah, that kind of event is much more enriching to me. I have been in a situation where I had to be the soloist for 45 minutes, and it was terrifying.
45 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, like it's a show, and after I finished it, this was, oh my gosh, this is going back to maybe 30 years. I said, that's not for me. I did it, but I don't think I'm gonna do that again. So I just sing when I need to. I work with such great soloists. I don't need to be doing all that.
All right. So you have, okay, you've done that. All right. So have when you were doing your soloist and you said you haven't been doing it, so who have you worked with anybody or did collaborations with people?
Yeah, that's one of the best things I like about being involved with a gospel choir. So many people have gospel choirs, just as an aside. They so we've been able to been work with some very wonderful people, like Christian McBride and Ben Hepner, and oh my gosh, over the years, Tremaine Hawkins,
Oh, oh,
uh, 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 you know, things people will
Fred
come to.
Hammond.
It's been a long time, Fred. Yes, it's been a long history, and many collaborations. The Toronto Jazz Orchestra, the Toronto Symphony, the Hamilton Philharmonic. You know, different soloists and instrumentalists, Damien Sneed, and it's just it's just been it's a wonderful thing because gospel music always add that extra something, that je ne
Yes.
sais quoi, right? That wow factor that people really enjoy. And so that gives us the opportunity, many opportunities, to be able to collaborate with people, and to be part of special events, whether it's TV shows, commercials, uh just so many different things, recordings. Yeah.
All right. So if you had the opportunity and or your any of your artists and the solo artists if you had an opportunity to pick three people that you haven't collaborated with on any songs, which three would you pick that you
Ooh,
would?
that's good. That's a good question. Well, one of my favorite jazz artists, which you may or may not know, her name is Lila Bialy, and she
Okay.
is incredible. In fact, she's been nominated for a Juno this past week along with us. And
Yes.
yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. And she's fantastic, an amazing pianist and singer. And so we've always talked about doing something together, and we just haven't made it work yet. But it's going to happen. It's in my bucket list. Um, Let me think about someone else. I mean, somebody that we have a connection to, but I've not really worked with her. Well, that's not true. I
Okay.
have her, but not with Toronto Mass Choir. Anyway, it's Julie
Okay.
Black. Julie Black's sister used to be in my choir.
Okay.
She was small back in the day, so I've sort of been following her career. Let me think. Is there somebody else? Maybe just somebody like one of those great singers, like a Gregory Porter or a
Oh gosh, he's good.
or something like that. Those are singers that I really admire, and I know that they have gospel backgrounds, and I would love to do something with Miss Samara. Yes, I would love that.
Well, you never know here because people do reach out. So
Yeah, I got
that's
to
why
meet
I
her
do ask them.
fangirl one day, and she's tall. She's like a beautiful Amazon.
Mhm.
Compared to me, I'm a little shorty, so.
Oh God. All right. So what's something that you've learned in your gospel career that you know now that you wish you knew back then?
Wow. When I write my book, it's going to be called Everything I Want to Learn About Music I Learned from Conducting Gospel Choirs, because it is the sum total of everything that you might want to learn. You're learning how to be with people, not just musically, but you have to travel with people. You have to make nice. You have to compromise. You have to agree. You have to collaborate. So these are all great things, as a musician. But on top of that, you know, gospel music really makes you listen well. Because we don't use print music, and so the I the task or the process of learning music is very different from most people who are looking at music and reading. But
Yeah.
the music is coming from who you're with, and so it
Yes.
creates this beautiful synergy that is really difficult to replace. It's just very unique. So I love people being able to have that experience. I like being able to bring them into the experience. I like being able to show them how it's done, because a lot of people don't know how it's done, and that's the teacher on me coming out, right? And
Yes.
yeah, and so yeah, I think that I didn't know back in the day just how gratifying it would be to teach people how to sing this music, and
Okay.
go all over the world doing it. I love doing that. And I just realized that it makes a difference in people's lives. They're forever transformed. And being part of that process is a real gift.
So you guys, so because I know it's very spiritual led, gospel singing. So do you guys pray before you go out?
Always, always. I
Okay.
mean, this music, gospel music, is about God. It's about Jesus. And so
Amen.
make no mistake about that, right? And so I think that it's sometimes tempting to try to divorce the gospel music from
But you
its
can't.
roots, but you cannot. If you want to be authentic, then you can't cut that part out. The other thing that's so beautiful about gospel music is that its cousin is jazz, and its predecessor, spirituals, are the root of all the music that we listen to. I mean, outside
Wow.
of
You
classical
see?
music, there isn't one genre that doesn't owe its birth and its creation from spirituals. And so I love being able to tell people about that, and the fact that we are connected through this music, whether we are in Africa, or whether we're in Cuba, or whether we're in Canada, where there's
Yeah.
music, where there's black music, then we have connections, even if we're not connected by country. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
So what happens when you're conducting and you're doing things and some people might fall under the Holy Spirit while they're singing. So, when that happens, they always try, everybody thinks those things don't happen, but they do.
Of course they do.
So
Of course. to. I mean,
So
hey,
what do you do? What do you do in that case? How do you just
you just go with it. I mean, why would you want to dampen it? I remember the
yeah,
first time when I was teaching at the university, and this was about, maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe 7, 8 years after I'd been there, and I had been quite careful up that time to be quite, careful about how I did things.
yes,
I didn't have tenure yet, and all that stuff. So,
yeah,
but at one point, I think it was 2011, and you can look it up online. The choir did a song called Heaven, and they went without me instigating anything. They just took
yeah,
off.
the song.
And it was about what was supposed to be a 4-minute song turned into an 11-minute song. The students were
Wow.
just going bonkers, and it was so fun to watch, and to watch people's eyes get big and like, what's happening? What's happening? But those people that knew that was happening, they were having a fun time, and everybody else was going, whoa, this is great. So I love that particular performance. For me, was a turning point, because students now were not just learning music, they were learning culture. And
Yes.
for me, that was really important for them to see something that would have been maybe only behind church walls, something that
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't have been able to access, right? But so once they did, well,
Yeah.
things open up. And so
And
I
that's
love,
when the pastors step in or they come in. That's when they're supposed to. But
yeah,
because you guys are very critical when you're in church or to anything, because you guys set the atmosphere,
absolutely. Yeah,
for you to be open, for people's spirit to be open, to you guys to sing. And
yeah.
sometimes you may have a certain songs that you're gonna sing, and then that's not the songs that
Well, that's true. You have to be able to flow. I mean, when we go some places, often they will say, "Can you give us a program of what you're going to sing?" And I'm like, "No,
no.
no. I can tell you how we're going to start, and then the choir knows that I might. I mean, I'll have some things, but I can go another way. If the spirit says go the other way, I'm going to do it, and it's
Right.
never let me down yet. So I just appreciate the fact that I work with a group of people who are in tune to the Holy Spirit. They are in tune to
Yes.
me, and we're able to make that ship turn when we need to, or to make whatever needs to happen in the moment happen. I'm so thankful for God fearing, God respecting singers that I work with, and musicians,
Hmm.
and they're second to none. So it makes my work a lot easier, and it's a very joyous time.
Yeah, because sometimes they start the tempo, you start fast, then it goes down into the holies of holies, then it comes up again, and then it may go down again, and then
You
that's when the pastor comes in. But you can't really say how long it's going to be, or it just all depends when God says, "Okay, it's time now." You're gonna stop.
you sound like you've been seeing some. I appreciate that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know.
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful. And down home songs, those are old songs, gospel songs. Those are the things that I cut my teeth on, and never saw them written down until way many, many, many years later, when I was doing more research, and you're talking to people, and now we take our own music that we've created, and we will actually write it out, and we'll give the songbook to people, because we always get, we like your music, but how do we do it? So we'll give them here's one of our songbooks. We have, I think, two or three songbooks that we've done, for example, from our choir. So it's really important for us to make sure that we're
You have to
um
be in sync, and it's not everybody that can sing that type of music. You have to be really, like, okay, yes, you can sing if you're in a choir, but if you're going by your opening and you're going by the Holy Spirit and you're going by not, certain people can sing certain things, because some people have that voice,
yeah,
that angelic voice that
yeah,
just, only that person can really sing that song, because that's the one that brings it.
yeah. But yeah, I guess one of the things, though, that I mean, this music is very accessible, and what I love about it is
Yes.
everybody can be involved. And actually, the African tradition is not that the best voice sings, it's everybody sings. It's a community music.
Yes.
And so I love the fact that when I'm working with groups, it doesn't matter where I am, I can make a gospel choir out of a group of people within 20 minutes. People can actually understand and actually get involved with it. I love to see that, coming together. And I'm just one of those people that just believes everybody can sing. So I just go in there with them and we play and we get it together. And
Maybe you
oh,
can sing, but everybody can't sing by themselves.
well, maybe not by themselves. Well, they can sing by themselves, but I think it depends on what you mean by what people mean in general. I think we put a lot of emphasis on technique, and I've heard some technically boring people. I would
Wow.
rather
Yeah. Me too.
who's not quite as technical, but they've got the passion and they've got the expression, and I will take them any day. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell us about this song that you guys done by the Toronto Mass Choir. How great thy art. Everybody knows that, but tell us
Yeah.
about it.
Yes, so in my husband and I are partners in this, and we co-founded the choir 36 years ago. And he has been one of those people as our executive producer that would say to me, Karen, I think we need to do this kind of album. So he challenged us and said, we need to do a hymns album. And I would like for us to have hymns that are recognizable, that they're not just a hymn with a beat, but
Okay.
we're paying homage to the lyric and to the melody. And so it was a challenge because not all hymns can fit for gospel music, you know. so
That's true.
so we came up with, I think, a beautiful collection of 13 brand new arrangements of hymns that we love. And who doesn't love How Great Thou Art? You know, it's a lovely song. People, always get very emotional when they hear it. And we had access to two wonderful male soloists who harmonized and put their own spin on it. Kevin Pauls is a very well known gospel singer in Canada, and Karoy is coming up too. He's a singer songwriter. Uh, was part of our choir for a while, and now sings with us more as a soloist. So when they came together on this beautiful duet, and then the choir arranged this supportive harmonies, it really came out quite well. We're just really pleased.
All right. So let's hear it.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display.
To
How great thou art. And when I think that God His Son not sparing.
wow. Wow.
So nice to hear it again.
It's to you. Wow. Hmm. That you could feel it.
Yes, 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 yes. And the power of the two of them. Oh my goodness, it was just such a pleasure to sing with them. Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, people, you gotta go listen to that whole thing. Do it for your praise and worship.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So, love lifted me. Tell us about
Yeah.
that one.
So my husband is from Jamaica,
Oh,
and in every sense of the word, we are a mixed couple because he grew up in Jamaica and didn't come to Canada till he was 20. And I grew up here and did not know anything about patties or anything like that. So he came with the Jamaican flavor and he knew reggae music. And when he came, he decided that we would want to make sure that there's some Caribbean flavor on every album that we've done. This was our 15th album we just recorded, and every album has
15.
yes,
Woo!
every album has at least one song with a Caribbean groove. I think which one of the things that really helps to set the choir apart. And then we actually did one album completely filled with Caribbean. It's called Going Home, and the whole thing is just every song is got it's either calypso or reggae, and we also fused styles, so we have regalipso and things like that. So this particular song is an ode to that, to the reggae roots we have, and we have a great soloist, Annie Barrett.
All right, let's hear. Here we go, people.
I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore. Very deep, staying within, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry, and from the waters he lifted me, now safe am I. His love lifted me, that's when his love lifted me. His unconditional love. All my heart, in my ears, ever to my cling, Lord, in His blessed presence live, ever His praises sing. Love so much, so true, there is my soul's best song. Faith forever in service to it. Be love.
Woo! That really got that flair to it there. I like
Yep.
it.
Yeah. And I just love the fact that we were able to do several types of different settings, musical settings. So there's something on the album for everybody. No,
Yes.
I love the fact that the versatility of our choir and our musicians is showcased on this album. And so we're just thankful that there's so many different expressions of gospel music on this album.
All right, so tell us about Satisfied.
Oh, Satisfied is it's like Caribbean church Sunday morning, and I love the fact that our assessment conductor Nicole Sinclair Anderson is featured on the solo for this. She's a dynamite soloist, so talented. And then we had such a fun time. The bunch of us got together and we figured out how we're going to do the backups, and it just came together. It was just so much fun, so much fun.
All right, so here we go. Satisfied.
floor. I have panted for a drink from some cool spring that I hope would quench the burning of the thirst I felt within, feeding on her husk around me till my strength was almost gone. Longing my soul for something better, only still to hunger on. Hallelujah, I have found my soul. Come on, sing it if you know it. Jesus, I His blood, I now am saved. For I was and saw something that would satisfy. But the dust I gather only my sky. Can you sing? Hallelujah,
Woo! Whoa, that one has that flair too.
Yes, it
That
does.
Caribbean. Yeah,
Yes, it does. Yeah.
yeah. You see, I knew you had something. A little something, something. Something. She didn't want to tell us until after, till the
Oh,
songs start coming out. Oh yeah. By the way, my husband's from Jamaica.
yes,
Oh.
yes. I call my daughters Jamaidians.
Okay, so tell us about Thank God.
Oh, yeah, that's just another one. I mean, we really wanted to have songs that people could sing, and the audience really got into this one. They really wanted to jump in. These are simple songs. It's a medley of church songs that
Right.
people just love to sing in church, and we just wanted to have that kind of effect, and it worked. And so, so exciting to have the people singing along, and again featuring our wonderful soloist Nicole Sinclair Anderson.
Okay, here we go, people. We'll see if we can jump in.
remember this one? The blood prevailed, the blood of risen, power saved, just as the olden days of blood prevails, no matter what others thank God the blood prevails. Sing the blood
Wow, wow, wow. Everybody can get into those.
Yep.
So, how does it feel that you're winning a Juno?
Well, we don't have one yet, but you know what? We can say Juno
Well, I'm
nominated right
speaking
to
it
the
into.
grave. Yeah, I mean, it never gets old. This is actually the third time that the Toronto Mass Choir has been
Wow,
nominated for a Juno. We were nominated first in 1998, all the way back there, and
wow.
we were nominated again in 2003, and then we won the Juno that time. So that was cool. And then, so, it's over 20 years later, we're getting nominated for this recording. But I think that it really means a lot to us because there was so much work put into this recording. We actually worked on it for 4 years because we were working
Which
on
one, for Thankful?
No, this the whole album,
The
hymns.
whole album. Okay.
We started
Wow.
before, just as we were going into COVID. So we were working on it through the pandemic, but ever slowly, because you couldn't get together to rehearse. And it was such painstaking, slowly. If there was a little window to open up, we'd run into the studio and do a little bit, and then we'd practice over Zoom. Sometimes it was just hard. But
Yeah.
so then things would opened up again in 2022. Then we started working on it again, and we're able to finish it and release it last year in May of 2024. So we're just thankful that it came together. I'll have to again say kudos to my wonderful husband who kept us going, like persevering and keeping our focus. And like, you can do it. And I was like, oh, this is so hard. So long, but you can do it. Come on, let's go. So I really appreciated him and everybody on the team that worked so hard for over all these many, many years. And so they deserve every kudo that they get. And honestly, it is very wonderful just to be nominated, because to be nominated by your peers is a wonderful thing, to be recognized that, yeah, this is a project that out of all the ones that was, we wanted to include you in a group of 5. So we're good with that. But if we happen to win, we won't say take it back. But we're actually just making plans. There's going to be a good group of us going over to Vancouver there, and so we'll see and experience this together.
Right. So are there any other shout outs that you want to do to anybody? I know you gave some before, so I said usually I do a little bit. I said, well, since you were thanking people.
Well, I mean, first, absolutely, of course, my husband, but our wonderful singers. We have 40 singers. We have a 5-piece
40.
band. Wow. Yes, and the band too they've been with us for over a decade. They're so talented, so dedicated. They can play any style you want.
Any style.
And then, of course, one of our good friends, his name is Roy Uman. He used to be our MD, our musical director, some years ago. Moved to Louisiana. But for this project, through the wonder of technology and everything, he was helping us still doing arrangements and giving ideas. So shout out to Roy all the way in Louisiana, and also to our wonderful soloists that some of them have been with us in the past as actual members of the choir, but some of them are, some of Canada's greatest living gospel soloists. Londa Larman is amazing. She was with us for this project. Renee Rowe is amazing too. So we had people like that, plus our instrumental soloist. We had a cellist by the name of William Kim, a very gifted cellist, string player, and then also Cameron Rollins, who was a very gifted euphonium player. He's award-winning. So we had your A team on this one. And
okay.
But here's the most important thing. Everybody is sold out to God. And everybody put their best into it, not just to be a win at Juno, but because we really wanted people to be impacted by this music and to hear it with fresh ears. And so I think that was a gift that God allowed us to be able to share with the world.
All right. So you're just going to be working on pushing this album, or you have something else?
Yeah, for now, that's the big thing. And I think that I'm going on sabbatical from York in a few months. And so I'm looking forward to that. And during that time, we'll be working on the songbooks. So we love being able to transcribe the music so people can actually see the music and play it. And it's always nice to hear people singing our music in different countries.
Wow.
It's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to come back again, Karen, you guys got to come back, Crown Mass Choir, do, anything new that's coming out. The music is so, and, people, these people have been nominated for Juno. If they win it, hey, it's 2025. That's in the bucket right there.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, I really appreciate, the invitation, your enthusiasm for the work that we're doing, have been doing, and love doing. And we will continue to do this for the Lord as long as He allows it. And so we're just thankful that we have an amazing opportunity, so many great adventures. One of these days I will write that book, and Interesting career. Interesting career. But to God be the glory. Great things he has done.
All right. So if people want to follow you guys or, connect with you guys to maybe bring you guys in or book you, where can they get in contact with you?
Well, certainly our website, tmc.ca, so easy, tmc.ca.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we're on all of the channels. We have our own YouTube channel, and we also are on all of the what do you call them? Like Spotify,
Spotify. Yeah.
and all of them, Amazon Music, all of
Amazon.
them,
Okay.
Apple. So you can always do that, and hit us up on social media. We're also on all of those. Not so much LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, but more of like Instagram and Facebook. We're
Right.
there posting all the time. You can find us. I am the gospel prof. So if you're looking me up, just go gospel prof and you'll probably find me. But the choir is easy to find as well. We're all over the place. Toronto Mass Choir has quite a large footprint, which we're grateful for. We're grateful.
And you guys, I tell the viewers out there, keep streaming the music, keep liking it, keep commenting it, because this is how they got into the Junos, because people have been doing their due diligence. That's what I keep telling people.
Yes.
And pay for the stream.
And we put out lots of CDs, so they're not dead. So get you a CD player. They're so cheap now. Or put it in your car if you still. That's why I keep my car, because I got a great sound system in there, and I just put in my CDs and I'm having a Holy Ghost party in there. But,
yeah. Most
man.
people do, because you can put it as loud as you want. You're in there. No one can tell me nothing. I'm in my car.
That is right. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so I do want to thank you, Karen Burke, and for you sharing your story and your life with everybody, because we learned so much today. There is a career being a conductor. Like a lot of people probably didn't know that till today. So keep on doing what you're doing. I welcome you to come back, and also everybody. Thanks, Karen Burke, the Toronto Mass Choir. And she does so many different things. So you guys look her up and and get connected to her if you want to be a part of something. So I want to thank everybody tonight for watching and tuning in here at Real Life Matters with me and Karen Burke. So good night, everybody, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.